Yo, this is for you. I am my number one fan. For you, this is for you. I am my number one fan. For you, yo, this is for you. I am my number one fan. For you, I am my number one fan. I'm trying to get you from here to there. I'm trying to show niggas it ain't fair. How I just came up, but you not there. Stuck in the same situation you been in. They got the plug, you got the sound. You not just a groupie that's hanging around. They got the stage, but you bring the lights. It's enough room at the top, we ain't gotta fight. I am my number one fan. I am that legend you stand for. When the crowd...
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all, you know it's us again. We're back.
It's Reese.
It's Arnold.
And I want to wish all the mothers a happy week. I know yesterday was y'all day. I hope y'all have a joyous week this week.
Well, me personally, I just hope that y'all had a good Mother's Day.
Right.
You should always have a good week, but in particular, I hope that yesterday was extremely well for all the mothers.
And I'm hoping that when on your Mother's Day, it will last through the week.
Yeah, the month.
Hopefully, maybe somebody will continue to wash the dishes and wash clothes and things like that.
Me.
But it's all good though.
With that said, we had a special interview for you guys for Mother's Day.
Right.
I was fortunate to have an interview with Pastor Jeanine Asbury of About My Father's Business Church, and this interview was pretty good. So I hope that everybody enjoys this interview. Also, I would like to say thank you for all the support, the love, the likes, and everything that everybody does in our neighbor community,
right,
and in our neighborhoods. Y'all keep doing that, y'all,
right?
Because like I say, we're trying to grow,
right,
and we're all going to grow together.
Yes. So stay tuned and listen. Sit back, get your popcorn, and listen to this wonderful interview.
Yeah, it's going to be great, y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Hey, y'all, this is the Neighbors Podcast, and this is Arnold. Hey, we always bring in you great interviews. We always interviewing people from the community, people that are strong pillars in our community, and people that are always giving back and giving 100%. Last week, you got to listen to Pastor Aaron. So this week, you about to listen to his partner and his co-pastor in the church of About My Father's Business, Pastor Jeanine Asbury. Pastor Jeanine, could you please tell us a couple things about yourself, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pastor Jeanine from About My Father's Business Ministry. I am a co-pastor to Pastor Aaron, my husband, who I've been married to for 20 years. We have 4 children, 2 grandchildren, and we have been in the ministry together for about 15 years. And I'm originally from Asheville, North Carolina, a little town outside Asheville, Black Mountain. I am definitely a Southern girl. I guess you can tell by my accent. And so that's a little bit about myself.
Thank you, Pastor Jeanine. And there I go, get ready to call you Pastor Aaron again. You guys have been together so long, and you guys finish each other's sentences and everything that when we see, because I'm always used to seeing, if I see one, I see the other.
Right.
So could you tell us a little bit about how you got started and what brought you into the ministry?
As we were at a church, Wesley AME. We were under the leadership of Pastor Wilson, and Pastor Wilson used to use Pastor Aaron and I for different things in the church, and so we were kind of like his right-hand man and woman. And Pastor Wilson passed away, and Pastor Jones came, and she was a mentor. She's our mother in the ministry. She made sure that we went to school and that we learned what we needed to learn, and to teach the Bible and to teach other people. I was over the Sunday school for 9 years, the superintendent. I taught Sunday school, and I was on the evangelist team. So that's how long I've been in the ministry, around 15 years, and started at Wesley AME.
Very good, very good. Earlier today, we were at church, so Pastor Jeanine was speaking about an incident that had happened when you were 18. Could you elaborate on that when you were 18? I think it had something to do to the effect that this was the beginning of what you wanted to start doing on your path.
Yeah, I was 18 my last year in high school, and I had a car accident. It took my voice. I had a fractured larynx. I had a broken kneecap, broken arm, and so I was laid up in the hospital for about 7 days. But I knew this was the time that the Lord started dealing with me about going into the ministry. And another thing that did happen, the Lord did show me the stairway to heaven. He showed me some things, and I was young. I didn't understand when God was speaking, but he was speaking to me at that age. But like you said, I didn't understand what he was wanting me to do and why he wanted me to do, because I was young. But I do know that when Satan knows that God has something for you to do, he knows, so he's going to try to take you out. So he tried to take me out at an early age.
Yeah, the devil was working hard that day, huh?
Yes, he was.
So, you know how some people, they have a misconception about what a pastor does. Could you tell us in detail exactly what it is that you do?
Well, as a pastor, you should be able to teach, preach, minister, and love the people. You should be able to, when people come to you, you should be able to counsel them. You should be able to be there to listen for them. And also as a pastor, you have to let people know that you are human, that we're not some holy person that you can't come to, that we're perfect. Because as a pastor, we do have to watch some of the things that we say and do, and we have to act a certain way at certain places. However, pastors are human, but we are to be there to teach, preach, minister, and bring others to Christ.
Thank you. Most people think that because you are a pastor that you're 365 days, 24 hours a day, that you're 100%, I'm a pastor all the time. Everything you do has to be about the pastor this, or the way of the religion that we study. So could you show us the difference in you being a pastor opposed to you being a mother and you being a wife and you being a human being?
Oh, yeah. As a pastor, like I said before, there's certain things that you have to do. But also, we are human. We go to work. We have children. We have to discipline our children. We have to be a wife. We have to make sure that we are there for each other and for our husbands and for our wives. And I feel like some people think that pastors are supposed to be holy all the time, but we're not. We are just like you. God has just called certain people to do certain things, just the gifts that he has given us to do and the things he's given us to do. But as far as separating the pastoring and my home life, you have to learn to do that. And I do think I do that because if you meet me on the street, you may think I'm a nice person, but you may not know that I'm a pastor. Because I want people to accept me for me, not to act a certain way around me just because I am a pastor. I want people to be themselves.
So speaking of that, when people do meet you for the first time and they take you for who you are, they take you as Miss Jeanine, and then when they find out that you're Pastor Jeanine, how do they react to you?
They say, "Oh, my sorry. Oh, God, Miss Jeanine, I'm sorry." I'm like, sorry for what? Because, they use profanity sometimes at work. Some people, and when you see them and then people you meet, and I'm like, that's okay. I said, I'm not perfect because I said I used to be the same way. And sometimes I may still say some words I shouldn't say. So when people meet me, they either like me or they may not like me until they get to know me. Right. Because I come off like, okay, I'm just real. I'm just real. I'm not for foolishness. I like to have fun, but I'm just an ordinary woman, but I do have a calling that God has called me to do for him. So when people find out I'm a pastor, they like, "Oh, Miss Jeanine, I didn't know. I knew there was something," but sometimes if you don't tell them, and sometimes I don't. Right.
Thank you. So, Could you elaborate on the types of things that your ministry does for the community?
Well, we consider ourselves a missions outreach ministry. If we like to fellowship with other churches if they need. We donate to other organizations. We try to help at the shelters. We had a shelter ministry for about 7 years, but sometimes God closes doors and open other doors. We do provide different things for different shelters at school time. We'll buy book bags, school supplies. We give to the organizations for the Feed the Children organization, the Shriners Hospital. We try to outreach that way, and we just try to get people to come in, and we try to accept them for who they are. We invite people to our church that, come as you are. And we're family centered. We like the family to come together, and we try to encourage people when they come in. We let people know we are not perfect. We let them know from the door, but we try to give them love, and if there's anything that people need from us, we try to provide. But that is some of the things that we're doing in the ministry, and we've done a lot of things. We've built a well over in Africa. We donate to the Christmas shoebox ministry. We do that every year, and just anytime that people need us, we're basically there to help out.
Thank you. So, I know for experience how your ministry is because I attend your church. And me and my wife have been there for almost 3.5 years we've been there now. And we've been there. We enjoy it. We like coming. And like you say, everybody, it's like a family atmosphere. Everybody gets along with everybody. I mean, every family has their little problems and stuff like that. But we go through it and we work that stuff out. So speaking on family orientation, and what role does that play in your church life?
Family. Well, family is very important. And when Pastor Aaron and when we come together with people, we try to encourage them. If your spouse is not there, encourage your spouse to come. If your children are not coming, encourage them to come, because family is very important, because we are all part of God's family, and God wants us to bring people into the ministry, into his kingdom. So family plays a very important. I am a very family-oriented person. I love family. I love my family so much. In North Carolina, it's like on Sunday right now, my family's together at my mom's, for dinner. So family is very important. It plays a very important role in my life. And to see families torn apart, we try to encourage them and pray and, have them to come back together. So that's family.
Thank you. So some people have a misconception about the difference and the similarities between different faiths and different religions. Could you give us the similarities and the difference between About Our Father's Business and the different denominations of churches and stuff?
Okay. As you know, I've been part of organized religion, to churches, and our church, we're free. We're free in the Lord, and we try to let the Holy Spirit just move us in the way that he wants us to be moved. A lot of the other churches, I feel like they're bound because they have to go by the rituals that they have of the church. They have to go by those bylaws. And if you don't do that, then they will kind of shun you if you're not doing what they want you to do. And to me, it's kind of like a controlled system. Like I said, I've been a part of it, and I know, and so I feel like in About My Father's Business ministry, we are free to serve the Lord, and I'm not knocking no other ministry if that's what you choose to do, but those are the differences I believe in the ministries. They are more organized, and we're just more free.
Thank you. So. We talked about how the ministry is, the similarities and the differences between our church at About My Father's Business and we talked about the incident with you when you were young. So, did you have any regrets